Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound. Welcome to this video, and it's time that I do some more destashing. So I have been meaning to sort out my whole nail polish collection and to destash by colour. Haven't got around to doing that yet, so in the meantime I'm going to be going through some polishes by brand and destashing that way. And I'm going to be starting off with my Polish Me Royalty polishes. They are some of my oldest indie polishes and I have got quite a lot, and I need to sort through them and use some of them up before they go off and really decide which ones I still want to keep. So the first one we have here is Orange Soda. It's a colour that I definitely would not wear as a full manicure, but I have used this one for nail art, so I'm going to be keeping it. Then we have this cute little topper. It's called Mad Love. It is again just in that mini bottle, and this is really pretty. I just keep forgetting to bring it out for Valentine's Day. I really must wear this one because the glitter polishes are the ones that tend to go off first, but it's really pretty, and until it does go off it's going to be staying in my collection. Next we have Mulled Wine, another mini, and this one's in a pinkish red with a little bit of a shimmer in it. It's a really pretty polish that is currently in my project polish, and I am working on using this one up. The formula's still really good and I enjoy wearing it. I just don't wear reds very often. But hopefully by the end of the year I'll have some decent progress on this one, and because it's in that project it is of course staying in my collection for now. The next one we have is Romanticide, and this is a beautiful sort of purpley blue, bluey purple. I think this one is more blue than it is purple, and it has a very pretty shimmer in it. It doesn't show up very strongly on the nail, but it does just lift this polish from being a plain creme colour, and I really love this one. You will see later on in this video that I liked it so much I bought a full-size bottle of it. More on that one later. So I like this one very much and it is going to be staying in my collection. The formula is still good on this one. Then we have the Void Walker, and this one is a purple full of glitters. Unfortunately with this one, either it was always a little bit too opaque or it's changed over time, but it is a bit goopy, and although it doesn't look too bad it was quite lumpy, and as I say you can't see those glitters, so this one's going to be destashed. Next we have Bloomin' Lovely, and this is a sort of frosty bubblegum pink. And on the face of it, I don't think I would like this polish, but I seem to remember liking it when I wore it. Maybe my tastes have changed. I'm gonna put this one on the pending pile and try it again before I make a final decision. Then we have Courage. This is a beautiful red colour, a lovely formula to it, and that little bit of shimmer in it as well just makes this one something a bit special. I've completely forgotten about this polish, to be honest. I haven't worn it in a long time, but this one's definitely going to be coming back out at Christmas, and I'm going to be keeping this one in my collection. Then we have Never Miss. This is a really unusual polish. It's in a bit of a jelly base and it is full of glitters, and it has got a little bit of holographic in there, I think, red glitters and some black glitters as well. Very unusual, very pretty, and staying in my collection. The next one is this pretty green called Serene, and I really like this colour. Again, it's not a colour I would wear frequently on my nails, but I have worn it on occasion as a manicure, and I do use this one in nail art. It's very pretty and does have a little bit of a shimmer in it again. This is quite common in the Polish Me Royalty polishes, which makes them just that little bit different from a plain creme polish. This one is staying in my collection. Next we have Tutti Frutti, and this was one of my earliest polishes by Polish Me Royalty and the one that really got me interested in the brand. Unfortunately they're not making polish anymore, but I did really enjoy buying from this brand. And this one was originally also a smelly polish, Nice smell, that is. It doesn't smell of anything anymore, but the colour is just so pretty. I really must get this one out and wear it again. So Tutti Frutti is most definitely staying in my collection. The next one we have is Christmas at Downton, and I bought this one because at the time it was a really good dupe for the Pantene colour of the year. And it's a really pretty purple again with a bit of a shimmer in it. I really like this colour, I like this particular version of it, and I'm going to be keeping this polish. Next up we have that second bottle of Romanticide, and if you can remember, the original one was quite blue toned. This one is firmly in the purple camp, and that's what happens when you've got handmade polishes. The batches are often different, and I'll show you in a minute a comparison of the two. So unfortunately this one's not quite like the original one that I had, but I do still like it. This is the comparison of the two, but I am going to be keeping both in my collection. And the next one we have is Fandom Echoes, and another purple. You know, I love my purples, but this one has got a little bit more of a chrome-like finish to it. It's not a full chrome, it's very opaque, and it also works really well as a stamping polish. So I'm also going to be keeping this one. This one is a dark purple holographic, and it was gifted to me by Claire Gray. It doesn't have a name on it, so I don't know which one this was, but although it's extremely pretty, I do have lots of dark purple holographics, and I do prefer the other ones that I have in my collection. This one is so dark that it is almost black when you're looking at it, except for in bright sunlight or under flash. And the hollow is very subtle and fine too, and that also only shows up under bright flashlight. So this one is going to be destashed. Next we have this pretty grey called Skyrim, and this one is jam-packed full of lovely little flakies, and it's got a beautiful finish to it. I love grey polishes anyway, but this one is just extremely pretty. I must leave this one out as well and wear it again soon. You can tell by the way that I'm talking about it that this one is staying in my collection. Now we're moving on to the polishes that are either toppers or ones that I use as toppers, and the first one is Ziggy Stardust. And this one's a fine holographic silver glitter with some silver holographic stars in it. It's unusual in my collection, it's very pretty, and because it begins with Z, it's really useful if you're doing A to Z nail polish videos, so I'm going to be keeping this one. Next one is, and I've been told how to pronounce this before and I still can't remember it, is Dragar. That's what we're going with for now. And this is one that can be full coverage, but I quite like using it as a topper. It is full of silver flakes and different coloured glitters. It's very, very pretty, but I just don't reach for it very often. I do like it though, so for the moment I'm going to put this one on the pending pile. I'm going to leave it out, make sure that I do use it, and then make a final decision of whether it stays or goes. Next one up we have is Explosions in the Sky with an X, not an E. It's a very unusual glitter polish. You can build this one up to full opacity by sponging it on, or you can use it as a glitter topper, and this one is definitely staying in my collection. I have absolutely nothing like this at all. And like Ziggy Stardust, because this one begins with an X, it's also really useful for any of those projects that are A to Z based. So this one's going to be staying. Then we have Perish, another one that can be built up to full opacity. It's like a champagne gold flake with some pink flakes in it as well. It's unusual, it's pretty, I love it, and it's staying in my collection. And happened as I was editing this video, I realised that I had missed a polish out, so that's why I'm wearing different nail polish in this clip. I had to go back and refilm. So this is in a Slytherin. It's a beautiful green glitter topper, and I'm going to be keeping this one in my collection. This one is called Blue Arg, and it's the first collaboration polish that I ever had. I contacted Sarah, Polish Me Royalty, and said, could you make me a blue version of Inner Slytherin? And this is the polish that she came up with. I got to name it, or actually my other half named it, because he said it looked like blue glitter had thrown up in the polish. And this is what it looks like over the top of Romanticide, the original version. And so this is definitely going to be staying in my collection. Last but not least, we have a polish that was in my project polish last year. This is Ha Ha Ha, and I do also have a full-sized version of this. And this was originally released, I believe, as a full coverage polish, but I've thinned this one down so that I use it as a topper. It's very pretty and I enjoy using this one, so it's going to be staying in my collection. Doesn't really show up too well over this dark purple, but if you get the colour combination right with this one, it's very pretty indeed. So there we go, my Polish Me Royalty collection. I'm going to be keeping 18 of them, destashing 2. I've got a couple in that pending pile. Not the most successful of destashes, but later on I will be doing those colour comparisons, and I might end up destashing some more then, who knows. But most of these are fairly unusual, so probably not. So these are the 2 that are going to be destashed. These are the 2 in the pending pile. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you'll come back for some more, or maybe watch some of my old destash videos. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.